Hey guys, Bedouin79 here. Isn't that a beautiful sight? Nothing better than a good looking mountain bike. This is an XC, so a little bit less travel than all mountain or downhill enduro or whatever. So I'd really like to get an enduro someday, but I had a good deal on this one. And this one is doing just great, and I'm having a ton of fun with it. So you guys can see I got tons of accessories, ton of stuff. So I'm about to do a quick review, and I'm about to do a review on something I found that was very different. So there's a lot of different options for these things. So this is a Presta, the Schrader adapter. So if you're going to, let's say, a gas station, or you just have a regular car pump and you don't have an adapter for the Presta stem right here, so that little stem, which is annoying sometimes, the good old Schrader, that's the car valve, that's the regular standard valve, and this is the European version of that. So them Presta, man, made for bicycle and stuff, so you have to unscrew that. So when it's screwed in, there's no air escaping. So when you do that, now you get air escaping. So anyways, just going to show you guys a quick demonstration between those two. I'm just going to show you guys first the difference between the two. So it's not much, but it makes all the difference in the world. Come on, focus. Switch to macro, autofocus. Come on. Here you go. Switch to macro. All right, focusing. So anyways, here you go, guys, the difference between these two. So the KOOL-STOP is on the left, and the cheap Chinese one that you get at your local bike shop, that you get in a bowl or something, or you order online. That's the difference between the two. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but look at the treading. The treading is much better. The knurling is much better. If you look at the O-ring is tighter. It's it's bigger. And overall it's just a better adapter. So this one's got more brass around, but the brass doesn't really make a difference that it's larger. So the fact that this thing is longer, believe me, makes all the difference in the world. So let me zoom back out on the maximum so you guys can see. The camera was zoomed in a little, so that's why it didn't focus that quickly. So anyways, I'm going to place you guys right here, and I'm going to start doing some testing, show you guys the difference between the two, so you guys can see what I mean by the other one is way better. So first of all, when you screw that one, the cheapo one, I'm going to start with a cheapo, and I'm going to keep the KOOL-STOP for after. So anyways, when you screw it in, look, you can just screw it in so easily. You're not supposed to be able to do that. So I've used this one a couple times, but even at the beginning it was pretty easy to get in, and now it's just freely going in there. And the thing is, once you screw it in and you get a good seal on the bottom, so the O-ring is touching the second part of the threading, your Presta head is exposed, so you can just press on that like that. So you guys can hear there's some air escaping, and let me show you guys why. You can play with it and you can fiddle with it, but once you put it in, so you can't press in the valve, it's loose, so it's not really good to. So once you put it in and you screw it in, so it doesn't move really. Let me try to measure my air and see how much air I got. So it's not bad right now. It's not doing it as much. So, but you have to really press it in. So I'm at 48 right now. So you have to really press it in and fiddle with it. Especially when you put a pump in or something, you have to fiddle with it. So that's one thing that's annoying about that. So now let's see with the KOOL-STOP. So let's switch over and let's screw this one in. This one you have to press in a little bit harder. It makes a good seal. Now you screw it in, so nice and tight. This thing is rock solid. It doesn't move. It's not exposing the valve until you need to press it. So now I'm gonna try to measure the air. No leakage, no nothing. 48. So it's almost like you have a dedicated Presta gauge, so which I have and which I'm gonna do a review on eventually. So you know, but it's almost, the seal, it's like a car tire. It's like literally a Schrader. So you just put it in and it makes a nice seal, and you can just go and just take the pressure in. So way better than the other one. This is the way this adapter is supposed to be. So really good adapter compared to the cheap Chinese version. So let's see if I try to leave the gap on top here with the cheap Chinese one. Let's see if this thing is gonna take the air. Nope, not like that. Screw it in a little bit more. So like that, it's not so bad. But on the rear, the Presta, each Presta is different. So each Presta has got a little bit of a play, and you know, each top of the stem valve is different. So if I go to my rear tire, it's gonna be different from the front tire. So there's a little bit of gap, especially on that little valve on top. So sometimes it's different from one to the other. So as you can see, that little top valve here, this thing is different from the front and the back sometimes, and there's a little bit of play and difference between the two. So the KOOL-STOP is really the way to go. Believe me when I tell you guys that, you know, there's a world of difference between those two. If you don't believe me, just buy the two. It's gonna cost you guys $2 or $3, especially in the States. This thing's gonna be cheap. If you guys in the States see that thing all the time and that's the one you're using, good, because you know, this one you can order online, Amazon, eBay, and stuff like that. And this is one I think that my local bike shop did order, and this thing is cheap as hell, and you know, it's not doing a good job. So most of the time, some of the time I had to fiddle with my valve stem, and that thing was horrible. So literally horrible. So anyways guys, best adapter ever. So if you're looking to get one, if you're looking for a Presta or Schrader adapter, this thing, the KOOL-STOP, is the best one. So look for that one if you're at a local bike shop and you need to get one. So that's the one to get. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I see you guys on the next one.